captured point A.
Hello everybody, today we'll be doing a quick noob
Enemy
guide.
has captured point C.
When you start the game, which units are the best? So first of all, you unlock this one for free, the Messenger Pikeman. And this is probably the best unit you have, because it braces in this formation. How to play it is simple, you just move it to your target, keep moving it, and it will just kill the enemy. As you can see, it braces and kills them, which is quite useful. I recommend you to unlock these Disney Pikemen and play with them. The next unit you should unlock is Pike Militia. I'll show it to you after the game.
Units, assemble! Form up!
So when you want to run away, you can quickly get on horse and keep moving your units by pressing X. Hold X,
Form up!
which makes it easy to capture the base.
Units, assemble!
You can press Z or W depending on your keyboard in order to... Okay, look. They keep attacking them, which makes it easy to kill them.
Enemy has captured point A.
Form up!
Point.
The only issue with this formation is if they die, they will no longer hold it. Obviously when your units are dead, you can just run your axes. You go to the plus, it's called the plus, and you take another unit. Very useful, but not quite useful unit is a Levy Bowman, which you unlock for free as well.
Get into
Just
position!
position them somewhere, where they're not under attack, and keep shooting. The trick here is to move them if you see that the enemy is getting close. You can do quick rolls to run away like this.
Get into position! Units, assemble! Form up! Attack!
When you want to attack, you just press P and it kills them. Oh, it's quite useful actually, it does some nice damage on low levels. So yes, this is the second useful unit you have on low level.
Units, assemble!
Levy Bowman. I don't recommend to unlock the other Bowman for now, or your low level, but the Prefecture Archers will be the best, but it's only in Silver Era.
Our team has captured point A.
Form up!
You can also hold V and press it and you'll just attack everything on the way. And the problem with this is they keep moving inside.
Spread out and attack! Attack!
If you move the V behind, they'll just attack the guys behind, otherwise they'll focus all over people. So if you see a hero or something, just hold V and press it. If you see shielded units running to your archers, just move them away because the shields will block their attacks.
Enemy has
Get
captured
into
point A.
position! Spread
And
out
once
and
they run
attack!
away, you press V and kill them.
Attack!
These
Units,
heavy bowmen
assemble.
perform better than I thought at low levels, so I'll definitely take them. Until you unlock Pike Militia. Another good low level unit is Woodcutters. However, they need to be elited level 12 to be useful because they unlock charge and that's when they start hurting. These are the Woodcutters, this third low level
Your
unit
unit is
I
retreating.
recommend.
Going.
For now they don't perform too well. However, if you
Enemy
move
has
them
captured
manually like
Position.
this on the enemy,
Form up.
they will perform slightly better.
Form up.
When you
Attack
press
at
V,
will.
and they'll just attack. As you can see, they don't perform well, but they're against 3 heroes. They are good, however, to charge ranged units. They're very low cost, so you can just suicide charge them into an enemy ranged units, and they'll just kill.
Our team has captured point B. Enemy has captured point C.
Okay, these bots don't want me to take my units. As a longsword, you don't have to be scared of these archers because you can just block them. Along with woodcutters, you can probably kill any ranged unit except crossbows and
Units, assemble.
muskets because they kind of penetrate your shield. However, muskets don't penetrate most units' shields. It has a random chance,
Get
so you
into
can just
position.
charge in and kill them.
Our team has captured point C. Our team has captured point A.
Alright, then we'll take a quick look at the classes and what points to take and the units. So first of all, the skill point for the classes. As a longsword, I recommend taking full armor because that's what most people take and it's quite useful, you don't die too fast. When you unlock the purple guardian set, you will die very hard. It will be very difficult to kill you. For the horse, I recommend the 80,000 bronze costing horse with 24,000 HP, which you can buy at the horse NPC. For your skills on longsword, you just use Mercy of Heaven, a Shield Bash, which is another important skill, and then you can use basically what you want. Most people use with Valor because of its high damage. As for the ultimate, this is the standard LS ultimate. You just charge in and that's it. Knock down some people. Some people like to use this one. I'm not sure how it functions with full armor, but with damage build it should do nice damage. But it's unpopular in most people, since they just play full armor and just charge in and kill units and stuff. And you can go for armor. For the short sword and shield, you just go full armor as well. and you're unkillable. Glaive, you go full strength. Bow, you go full agility. Dual blades, you go full strength. Musket, full agility. Short bow, full agility. Nodachi, full strength. Poleaxe, a mix of... Some people say piercing is good. I mean, agility is good on poleaxe. Others use just armor toughness. And some use strength and armor. So you can be... I think you can go strength and armor. That's what works mostly. For the spear, you can either go full agility, or some people like to mix them just so they can use all the classes, like equal strength and equal agility. That's it for the classes. Now for the units. So quick tip, if you want to quickly level up one unit, you can just use one unit. So as I was saying, this unit is very good at low tier because of the brace formation and shield rune. The next best unit is Pike Militia, which is quite easy to unlock. Just need Chivalry Era. The reason why it's so good is because when you level it up, it has this skill that stuns units when you brace, and this skill which attacks 2 units at the same time when you brace, which is very useful. Another good low tier unit is Iron Cap Swordsman, because if you level them up, your charge will do a lot of damage. As you can see here, increase charge damage, which is quite useful. You can just charge and kill heroes quickly. But they're mostly just a charge, you can just charge and go back. Another useful low tier unit is this one. When you unlock charge, it has good armor penetration, and with the charge it's quite strong. The alternative to woodcutters is Serfs, which is another useful unit, but most people just use it for collecting resources, which is this path. You can unlock 5 serfs and collect a lot of resources. This is what most people use it for. Otherwise, you can also use it as a damage unit, because the charge is more easily accessible. As you can see, it's quicker to unlock charge here than on woodcutters, but it doesn't have a high armor penetration, so it's not recommended to use it as a damage unit. Mostly for gathering resources. Spear Militia is another useful unit, I would say. However, it is just better to unlock this unit, the Spearman, which is also easy to unlock, and I would definitely skip unlocking Spear Militia just because it doesn't perform too well. And just go straight for the Mr. Spearman, so you can have a good spear unit that also can stop cavalry charge. It has a chance to stop it. It also has a tortoise and shield formation, which this unit doesn't have. As for the cavalry, the most useful cavalry is this one, Cotilliers, because the charge is nice to have. Just unlock this one, you don't have to at the low tier. It's very good. People even use it when they have a high tier. And for your first unit to unlock, I would say the most powerful unit is the Misny Arbalist, because it just ignores shields and does a lot of damage to heavy armored units which is what most people run, and the Misty Arbalist is a very strong unit. I definitely recommend rushing its upgrade and unlocking it, and also maxing out the Honor upgrades it has, not this one, but this one and this one as well as this one. These 3 Honor unlocks will definitely give it a good boost. It's in Silver era, so it's not difficult to unlock, and it's quite cheap in the ship, and it shouldn't be a problem to refill. I would definitely unlock this unit first. Unlocked units of 2-star or more. Just need to unlock 2-star units. For 2-star units you have this one. As I mentioned, 2-star. Good. And this one. These are 2 good units also, so it shouldn't be a problem to unlock. The Misty Arbalist once you unlock these 2. Oh, even this one is 2-star, so I don't even have to unlock them. So I would say the strongest low tier unit is Pike Militia and the Misty Arbalists, which just shreds through heavy armor, and Pike Militia basically beats any melee unit because it just stuns them and they can't move and keeps attacking them constantly. It's also very good against heroes. These muskets used to be good, but with these arbalists added to the game and reworked, now muskets aren't really useful, I would say, because they don't penetrate shields. So definitely go for the Misty Arbalists and max them out with Honor. And it will be the strongest unit you'll have until they nerf it, which I doubt will happen anytime soon. Because this patch they also buffed them. And that's it for the noob units. There's also this unit that was good before, but now that it no longer... the flame no longer stops heavy units, like armored heavy units, where they... like this guy, who are now fireproof. I would say fire archers suck now, and just go for the Misty Arbalists. Then there's Prefecture Archers, which are specialized anti-ranged unit archers, which are nice to have. So I would say your silver units should be the Misty Arbalists, so shreds through heavy armor, and Prefecture Archers to focus fire, which is this skill at arrow rain, which will have a lot of range if you unlock the skills. Over here, which increases the range of... increases the level weapon range. You also have it on the top 3, so you can either go bottom or top for more damage, but most people go bottom, just so but maybe with the fire arrows nerf it's not useful. Increase arrow rain damage, this is good. Cooldown, this is good. Duration, good. Weapon range, good. Rate of fire, good. Everything is good. This gives more range than the top 3, so I would say go for it. Yeah, this one unlocks by 6%, but this unlocks by more. So for the Misty Arbalists, I didn't unlock them yet, but this increases weapon range, and I heard they have short range. So I would say this skill seems interesting. Hold position even if enemy are close. I'm not sure how it works. But I guess the range increase is better. I need to ask around what to spec it for. Then for the higher tier units, halberdier surgeons are very good. They just kill everything and are very tanky when you level them up with honor. Then the Imperial Spear Guards are nice to have when you want to hold walls or something. They don't die easily. The Kriegsreich Fusiliers are a decent unit, which will kill any non-shielded unit, but they struggle against shielded units, so I recommend getting the Mercenary Bliss instead. And they're not even a high tier unit. Then you got the Spear Surgeons, which are useful because of their Cover Commander spell and anti-cavalry. And the best unit you can get is probably the Firelands Cavalry. It's really strong. And the only way to get it is with the Mercenary Bliss, I guess. Men-at-Arms don't perform too well. I still need to test them further by unlocking all the honor, but they're quite weak compared to other units. Don't recommend unlocking them. Squires are also meh. You have the Prefecture Guards, which are a decent hitting unit. And you have the Imperial Javelineers, which are nice to have. They have a shield wall formation and shoot from afar, but have low ammo. With good management they can be useful. And I heard this unit has its AI bugged, so I don't recommend taking it. Just go for the Mercenary Bullets for your ranged unit. Then there's also this Scaler, which is nice to have. It charges really fast and doesn't die too easily. And according to people who calculated the stats, this cavalry is best of the best, with Firelands being second and Winged Hussars third. Apparently these are the tankiest cavalry you can get. And there's these cavalry with their nerf to armor. They die too easily, so not recommended to unlock, but they're really cheap. And they hit hard, but with the armor nerf they're not really worth it. I won't bother with the chivalric trait too much, just get them as the spearman and go for the Misty Arbalists, Pike Militia, Iron Cap Swordsman. Then if you go up, Halberdiers and Halberdier Surgeons, which are the best pike units, along with Pike Militia. With Pike Prefecture Pikemen being trash and Pike Horse not really good as well. Prefecture Guards are a nice overall unit, but they're kinda useless in general. Just go for Iron Cap Swordsman, they're cheaper and have a nice charge. Palace Guards I don't recommend, I will lose some people like them. Premium units are weak as well, not recommended to get unless you want the 10% boost, which is nice to have. So just grab the cheap archers. These ones, never mind. These ones just go there cheap. So that's it for the heroes. By the way, our house Anarchy is recruiting. It's one of the few other purple houses in UW2 server. If you wish to join, simply click on Shadow and join the Discord. Or you can ask, where you can type your name and level and be recruited. Only recruits through Discord, so just apply there. It's gonna be part of Horsebeer Ghost Alliance, which is Shadow's second house. And these guys are Russians and they play the game very well. It's good organization. They just don't have a lot of land right now because they're fighting against the strongest alliance in the game. Over here, all these people are enemies. Just a lot of enemies for one house. But as a house, they're really strong. And what else can I say? When you level up, you get these chests, which are nice to have. And now there's a battle pass. I heard it gives more boost. I'm not sure if it stacks with premium, so make sure to ask if the battle pass stacks with premium. Because if it doesn't, I don't see much of a point. Just have some new skills like this one. The cape looks nice, the rest not so much. Which is... it's not this, not this. Check this. And the cape looks nice, but... and you have this armor, which is badass, but you need like 200 levels in your honor battle pass level. So it will be quite a long grind. Then you have the premium, which is quite good for leveling up, etc. And the units, and with the unit XP nerfs, it's recommended to buy it if you really want to progress fast. And 3-day premium is not worth it, but 1 month premium is worth it. And you can also buy 3 months premium. And if it stacks with battle pass, definitely buy it, but just ask if it stacks or not. So just a quick explanation, honor is what you need to unlock these new units. Because honor. And another easy way to get honor is by doing thief quests. Or your quests. Thief quests are these things. For instance this one. And the better thief quests are usually where the city has a high level. For instance, this one should have good quests. It doesn't have good quests because it's random, but usually they can have good quests. And if you join the house that owns the city, you will get a bonus. For instance, without being part of their house, you get 240, but if you're part of it, you'll get additional 120 honor when you give in the quest. And these resources can be farmed while not being part of them. But as you can see, if they put high prices, it costs a lot, like 6,000 instead of something like 1,500 and 500 if you're part of their alliance or house, and less 3,000 if you're not. So it's recommended to join a house that will accept you. And even if the house doesn't have some land, if they're competent enough, they should at least hold one village. Just better than nothing. And As you can see in Osteria, the villages are very high level because some house owned it for a long time and just leveled it up. Otherwise, you can just buy the resources. They're usually sold on the resource market. Just look for what you want and just buy it for silver, which is also sometimes worth it if it's well, for instance, this cotton 3,000 silver. If you have a lot of silver, you can just buy them and do your thief quests. So did I forget anything? I don't think so. Ah yes. Most importantly, you don't need very good gear. Just go to the smith and craft something for you. For instance, you have heavy armor, you press heavy armor and just craft this. This requires a blue schematic, which is quite rare. Sometimes you can buy it from the market if somebody sells it. And while these are the best armor you can get for heavy because of the bonuses, like more health and stuff. It's also possible to just have this grid schematic, which is easy to get from quests and can unlock military advisors bracers and you get a bonus stat. The best bonus stat you can get when crafting is a bonus to leadership. However, all the bonuses are also nice to have. So yeah, just definitely craft something for you. And as you unlock more resources from salvaging items, you can get more. You can also buy these. To salvage an item, you just go to salvage item materials and just break some armor you don't need. I don't have any armor because I already broke them, and you get these ingredients to craft. If you have a lot of silver, you can also buy them from a smuggler. When about this system, it gives you these insignias which you get from quests and expeditions. So definitely do your expeditions when you can and take the battle insignias, whatever it's called. Hold on. Okay, Signaculum is helps you unlock stuff cheaper. Treaties is what's important. It boosts some stats to your units. Definitely save them, don't use them yet on units you won't use. Unless it's Pike Militia, which is a unit you will keep forever because it's good. And the Demesne Arbalists, which are perfect. These two units you should definitely give them the bonus stats. But for the rest, like these Demesne Pikemen and that you're not gonna keep for a long time, woodcutters, and don't give them these doctrines. Save them for the better units that you will keep. Can pick one from the units I recommended. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is it for the quick Conqueror's Noob guide. With all this information, you should be set to go and progress in the game. Just know that leveling up units is a long grind now, but if you have a lot of or let's say you don't need to be focusing on leveling up units at low levels, just focus on farming honor and unlocking stuff as you go, and at least it's easy to unlock them up to level 8. After that, don't think about it so much because it's a really long grind. If you want to unlock one specific level up one specific unit faster, you need to either have a unit that's max leveled, like these premium units, they don't take XP, or just use one unit in the game, which in turn will make you less efficient and you'll get less rewards, so it's not really recommended unless you really want to unlock one unit very fast, just the max level. Then you can just bring one unit to the game and unlock it. The best way to farm these is in Expedition 3, but you can also do 2, 1, doesn't matter. Or the training camp versus AE. In nighttime, when there's not many players online, in the field battle you can also farm, because you'll get matched with bots and just kill them easily. Definitely do your weekly quests and your daily quests. These are... any quest that gives honor is a must do, and those that don't give honor are not really necessary, so you can just skip them, like duo someone and stuff. But still it gives more XP, so you can do them, of course.
Hey!
You're gonna need the bronze to unlock more units and refill them, so definitely don't waste it. Just buy the horse, and don't do the rookie mistake of farming this stuff at low levels, because they're not worth it. Don't bother with resource farming unless you have them for cheap by being part of a big alliance that has a lot of territory, or their tax is set to very low. So this is the best horse you can get. Definitely buy it ASAP, so just so you don't die. Just so your horse doesn't die, and that's the best horse you can get, just because it has 21,000 HP. Now I think I said it all. Alright guys, thanks for watching, good luck, have fun in Conqueror Split, see ya.